Hey Facebook, I'm also on Instagram Live. Normally every Saturday I go on to Instagram Live for Entrepreneur Live, and tonight I am my own guest. And so I wanted to come on here and take this opportunity to answer any investment questions that you may have, and also talk about how to get started in investing, because I do get that question a lot, where people are asking the question, how do I get started in investing? So as you know, for those that don't know, my name is Renee. I am your wealth coach, and I am here today to just see how I could be of service. And it's exciting to know that everyone is, growing financially together. I use the slogan Wealth Builder, and so why not do it as a group? And I call that group economics. So let's get started. Again, thank you for joining me. I'll get started with, let's talk about paper assets, which is stocks, mutual funds, savings bonds. And I've done all of those, but right now my portfolio just includes stocks. So, of course, if you work a job, you may have a 401k or some type of savings plan. And some jobs may call it something different. You may have a pension, and generally these funds are set aside for retirement. But stocks, for the one that is just starting for the first time, how you buy stocks. And I was going to do it in Zoom so I could take you to the different websites, but all you have to do is key in online brokerage, because that's the latest, greatest thing right now. You can find a brokerage place that you can walk in and actually set up an account, but you could do it right from your computer. So all you do is find an online brokerage, and when you're setting up the account, it will ask you some questions. It wants to make sure that you're not a professional investor, but that you're just someone that wants to purchase stock. And you could do other things in there as well, purchase other things in there as well. So if you set up for Fidelity, for example, you can set up a mutual fund account, or you can look, they have so many different types of accounts. But tonight I'm just going to talk about purchasing individual stocks, just to keep it simple. So what I normally recommend is that, just make a list of products that you buy all the time. So just go through your house. What type of soap do you buy, and what company manufactures that? So where do you spend a lot of your money? What restaurants do you go to? What designer clothes are you wearing, or non-designer clothes, or shoes, or and then look at that company stock. So most company stocks come with a symbol, and all you do is you can look that up online, and you can purchase a share of stock. So let's just say you're looking up a stock, and it's $50 a share or $25 a share. Then you can purchase one share of stocks. So let's say Amazon. Amazon is a little more, and so you can buy a fraction of a stock. If you feel that the stock price is too high to purchase a share, you can also purchase a fraction of the stock and still buy into the company of your choice. So you just go set up an account, answer the questions that it's asking you. Then you would transfer money from your checking account to your new brokerage account. And from there, most companies have apps. So all you do is download the app, and then you can make your purchase. Generally, your purchases are made during the day and closed on the weekend. So you just make your purchase, however amount of shares you would like to purchase. and it will transfer the money and make that purchase for you. And you can also sell your stocks from a brokerage account. The newest thing that I'm trying out now as far as an investment is purchasing Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Same type of setup. You just go to the website, set up your account, answer the questions, transfer money from your checking account to your savings account. So that is a little different from stocks. But once you find a system that you want to use as far as how you buy and sell your stocks, whether you buy them low, sell them high, or buy them high and sell them low, crypto is a little different. So you find a coin that you would like to purchase. And so, and again, you could do a fraction of it, because Bitcoin, I know it was over 50,000 the other day. I didn't look at it today. And my computer, my other items are right there in front, so I can't see, look up what the price was over the weekend. But with crypto, you can buy that 24 hours a day. It doesn't matter. You don't have to wait to make your purchase during business hours. You can make your purchase at any point in time. So that's just a basic overview about stocks and Bitcoin. But again, you want to find a company that is innovative, that is has plans for the future to make you more money. You want to look at their numbers. You want to make sure that just basic things, that they're not going out of debt or bankrupt. But there's companies that survive bankruptcy. So you just decide. And you decide the timing what you want to buy, and you could buy one stock and go on about your business, or you could set up a system that I'm gonna buy a share of stock per month, per week. You create that system, and this is something you have control over. When I worked at AT&T, they actually would give us stocks every year, and so that was the first time I ever received stock. My company provided a stock on an annual basis. And so, and then later on, I started taking classes when I was going to the community college on investing. And then I found out that that was something that I enjoyed doing. And so, you know, over the years, I just, you know, I'm always reading and learning and growing, and finding new strategies. And right now we're playing the cash flow game, which does give you an idea of how to start small, and as you're learning, to grow to bigger things and get out of the rat race and get to your financial number that you are excited about. So that's paper assets. The other thing is businesses. That's also one of the an asset. So you can start a business, offer a product and service, and people will buy from you. With that said, you can make income, growing income from a business. Right now, my newest business is an online business. I'm trying to set up an online business where I offer online classes. Right now, they're live. So when you schedule an appointment, I show up live and I provide a service. I'm working on everything that I do. When you see me come on live, there's a purpose to my madness. So I do record it. So I'm documenting my journey. So this time next year, my classes should be recorded and automated. So you could take my classes anytime you like. You could be on vacation. You could be at home. It could be in the middle of the night. It doesn't matter. The classes will be available for download at any point in time. And so that's what I'm working on behind the scenes, growing an online business, which I'm excited about. And I'm just, right now I'm taking a class, and I'm taking a class from people that have taken this business, just taking it to higher heights. So I'm definitely not the smartest one in the room. And so, matter of fact, Like I said, the first week I felt intimidated to whereas like, wow, the videos, the content, people are on top of their online business. And that's what I actually needed. I needed to be in that type of environment because in order for me to take my business to that level. So, you gotta know how to do it. And I'm telling you, the internet, the things that I learned last week are almost obsolete compared to what I need to know. That I learned something new last night. So like on Instagram, I don't know if any of you are on Clubhouse, which I just got on Clubhouse, and which I haven't done anything personally on there, but it is a good space where you can show up. A lot of influencers are on there, and so you can get into a conversation, go into a room, they call it a room, and you can listen to the experts talk about different things. So anyway, you just see, when you go in there, you just see everybody's profile pictures in there. Well, that's one thing about Facebook. Facebook, they said Mark Zuckerman had gone into Clubhouse, and that was a big thing. Oh, Mark Zuckerman's here. He was in one of the rooms. But let me tell you, Instagram, now how you see me live, I do have the ability to bring on someone else live with me, and you can see us. But that's what Instagram has been doing all along. Not only can you bring on one live person, because I do interviews on Saturday night where people come in and I interview entrepreneurs. Well, now you can bring 4 people into the live. Well, last night we discovered a new update. So if you update your app, you will also be able, you know how sometimes, like, I'm not always camera ready and don't want to get camera ready, but that's the nature of the beast. But now you can go live, and for those that don't really like to be on camera, it will show your profile picture instead. So you can go on there and your guests can come on there. You could do all types of things. So go on Instagram Live and try it. I'm on Instagram Live now. Next week I will have a visitor, but for those that are on live now on Instagram, let's see if I were to play around with some of these things. So there's different things that you could do. Like for those on Facebook, you can't see, but there's different things that you can do, different filters you can use, and it's just, Instagram is just really wild right now, but it resembles Clubhouse. So Snapchat, they tried to purchase Snapchat a while back, and the owner said, no way. But what did Facebook do? The owner of Facebook, on Instagram, they created a service that is like Snapchat. So they're definitely keeping their clients on their platform. There's a version of TikTok, which is called the Reels. So that's what I mean, that it's just constantly changing. So that's my new exciting business of starting a business online. And so you can go to TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You'll see me everywhere. Last week, I do have a Twitter account, but I hardly ever use it. I haven't used it in years, but I did make a tweet last week. So, everywhere you go, you can find me. So that's one area. The next area is commodities. Silver, gold, copper, platinum, metals and that sort of thing. So what I do is I purchase silver and gold. Now, it has many functions, but it used to be our money that we would use. And I just purchased some new coins. So my collection is growing, and it's growing into different things. So just to show you a couple of my pieces. Let's see here. So now I buy bars. This is a 10 ounce. This is a 5 ounce. And I keep them protected because as long as you can keep them clean, the more money Hey, Gary. The more money you get for the silver and gold. I have a silver dollar. Now, this silver dollar, it's old. It's over 100 years old, but it's worth, hey, Lisa, it's worth this dollar that I can go in the store and purchase something. They're just going to use it as if it was a dollar, but it's a silver dollar. And this silver dollar is, Georgia's in the house. Hey, hey, hey. We got Ohio in the house. But AKA Connecticut. But this coin is a dollar, silver dollar. But it's worth $50 to $100. I just recently, and now, trust me, I have not, I'm not a coin collector. I just purchase gold and silver because it's a currency. So if I needed a down payment for a house, I can take this in and use it as a down payment. I could use it as a down payment. So I'm just buying silver and gold. I do have a gold piece. Eventually I will get some gold ounces, but right now I just have a dime sized piece of gold, but still it's worth money. It's an Australian coin, but I just got, I haven't even looked at it yet, so I'll do an unpacking here today. Let's see. We'll see what it looks like together. Now that I was on a roll, you want to set up a plan to when and how you do your investing. So, last year I was buying, maybe the year before, because last year was COVID, but still that kind of threw me off. But, you could buy a coin a month. You could buy one every 3 months, whatever. Silver right now, and again, I haven't looked at the price. I think it was like $25 an ounce. Now, this is an ounce. This size is an ounce. And so this is my first time seeing this, y'all. So we're looking at it together. It's an American Eagle. So this is what it looks like. Make sure you guys can see it. I'm live on Instagram and Facebook tonight. So I'm live in the group tonight, Gary. Let's see. Here, let me see if I can open this. But they're no longer making the, I hate to open this, but I'll open it for you all tonight. They're no longer making it. So anyway, I'm not a coin collector, but somehow I'm collecting coins. And so, isn't that beautiful? And I buy them brand new. And then I have purchased, and then I have a container for it, my coins. So I keep them in a container that keeps them sealed. And so and I got another coin. So yeah, I'm not a coin collector, but I am collecting coins all of a sudden because, again, this was in someone's pocketbook at work, this dollar that they were about to throw away. And I was like, they told them to come see me. And so here's my other coin. Let's see what this one is. This one is a Mexico 1 ounce silver 1983. And that's another thing. Certain years matter. So you learn as you go along. Certain years matter. Certain, like where it was made. Like there's certain minting places that mint silver. So I know Philadelphia is one. There's like 4 different places. So Philadelphia is the lowest one, of course. So this one is Philadelphia. But if it was made in one of the other places, it would be worth more money. So as you can see, this one is older, dirtier. But the man told me, so anyway, the lady had this in her purse. She had some others that I purchased as well. And so I was asking him, I said, are any of them worth any money? Because her father passed them down to her and when he passed away. And she carried them around in her purse the entire time until she was about ready to throw them away. But anyway, I was asking, out of all the coins I had, was there anyone that was worth money? And he kept pushing this one towards me. He said, this one is. He said, never try to clean it, because if you clean it, then the value, it loses its value. So that's why I didn't try to clean it. But I do buy coins brand new, and you want to keep them in great condition. And again, this is money. This is money. And so I keep them, like I said, they come in, little things. But again, I have a sealed tight container. Well, I guess this one is different because, let me see, the Mexico one, but it's still 1 ounce. So these two are, they're both ounces, but you can see the difference in size. This one is smaller. But again, these have dates on it, and they're worth money. Hey Terrence, here's the new coins. I told Terrence, my nephew, I said, I'll be unboxing them tonight. So he said, okay, I'll come tonight to see it. But this is the newest one. And again, silver and gold, like again, this dollar, our regular dollars do not increase in value, but silver and gold increases. It never zeroes out, never zeroes out. And you can go anywhere in the world and they'll accept that as a currency. So I collect them. You never know when you may need to, need money. If something were to happen with ATMs, that you can't get your money out, or the value of our dollar tanks, I have different types of money that I can go and use and still keep functioning. That's why I buy them. So again, I have a thing, but I give them, I was getting these, this was full, but I gave them away because now I'm in legacy mode. I've made all the money that I desire to make in life. And not that I won't continue to make money, because that's part of my, and again, for those that are late, I do have bars as well. So I keep them clean because they become worth money. So I also, like when you see, now these are Troy. See on there it says, when you buy silver and gold, you're looking for 0.999. So. And again, y'all, so that's what I do. And Terrence, I probably will get one of these coins. I have a new nephew and great nephew. So, I give all my nieces, nephews, cousins, whatever, all my babies, I give them a coin. And so that's why my inventory is down. So I said I need to start buying some more. So that's on commodities. So far we've talked about paper assets. I've already talked about how to purchase stocks. So if you have any questions there, feel free to ask. I talked about business. That's another asset class. Commodities is another asset class. This is an asset class. And then the last one is on real estate. That's another way to buy an asset that will generate money to you month after month. And before I get into real estate, is there any questions about how to purchase stocks, how to set up your account, how to make that purchase? Where do I buy my silver and gold? Good question. I will put some links in down in the comments. So goldsilver.com is one. I just this place that I just got these new pieces is from a new place, which is apmex.com. This is my first time purchasing gold and silver from them, but I go online and place my order. There's gold and silver stores they're pretty popular. I have purchased my bars from there. And I will say, like, silver and gold is just like the stock market. They're on the stock market, so they do fluctuate. They do change in price. But again, what's interesting is that, I buy it by the ounce. And so if you look up like today's price of an ounce, and again, I got my computer here, got my iPad and my phone, but you can, I go to the stores. There's stores, I want to say they're on every corner basically. That's where I purchased my bars. I just go in there from time to time, especially when I was working in the office. I would go at my lunch break to see, hey, you got anything new? So I've purchased these in the gold and silver store. But mainly I buy them online, and it's cheaper when you buy in bulk. So I haven't announced it yet, but I am thinking about putting together an investment club, whereas people can come together that want to buy stocks, people can come together that want to buy gold and silver, because it's cheaper if you buy it, it in bulk. So we could set up a monthly club that every month everybody would, invest in a coin. We just buy it in bulk, and everyone would get their delivery of their coins. And then real estate too. And I'm in no rush. I'm here till 9 o'clock tonight. I'm here to definitely answer your questions. But again, you can go anywhere in the world and they accept gold and silver. They don't, whereas they won't accept the American dollar. So if you move to another country, that's something that you can use as a currency, and that's what I like. I did talk a little bit about Bitcoin tonight. So again, if you have any questions there, feel free to ask. Now, real estate, we do have the book club. We are learning how to buy multiple dwellings. How do you invest in stocks? So that's a good question. Now, Lisa, all you have to do is, pull out your computer and just type in online brokerages, the top 10, and it will list the companies that you can set up an account online. A lot of the companies don't even charge you. And yes, to your question, Gary, and I will come back and share some things there, but you just go online and you find a company that you want to be with. There's Fidelity, there's Schwab, there's Ameritrade. That's who I have. But anyway, you want to look for a company that don't charge you to do trades. You can set up an account. It's very easy. They'll ask you a few questions. You answer the questions, and then you take, Fidelity you can trust. That's a solid company. Schwab has been around forever. See, Schwab and Fidelity used to have a certain amount of money before they would allow you to invest. But then the online brokerages came around and made it, people definitely took advantage of that, because not the average working person couldn't set up account before unless you had a certain amount of money. And I know that for sure, because I used to be with Smith Barney, and we just happened to, there was a African-American man that works there, and he said, you know what, I know the rules, you guys do not qualify, I'm part of an investment club, and he let us in. But now, yes. You can trust them. And so once you look and decide, Lisa, just run it by me, and I'll give a yay or nay on that company. But once you answer the questions, your account will be set up. You have to transfer money from your checking account to the brokerage account. And generally, when you set up the account, it will first, hit your account for like $1 or something, just to get the account connected. And then you could put any dollar amount you want, $50, $100, $25, it doesn't matter. And before, you had to buy a certain amount of stocks. you can buy one stock of a company, or you can buy a fraction of a stock. So like for instance, Amazon is what is the price of Amazon if anyone's on their computer? And like I said, my other things are set up on my computer, so I can't get on there. But you can buy into Amazon and just buy a fraction of a share. So you don't even have to, and same thing with Bitcoin. You can go in, Bitcoin is like 50,000. And so, you can buy one coin for 50,000, or you can buy a fraction. Okay. So, Gary said it's 3,400. So, Amazon, okay. So say you don't have, for one share it's 3,400, but you can put $25 into Amazon and have a fraction of a share. So you don't even have to purchase a whole share. And then also, Lisa, what I recommend when you're starting out, just keep it very simple. Go around your house. Look at the products from the companies that you purchase all the time. Your detergents, your soaps, your shoes, your clothes, the restaurants that you eat at, and look up their symbols and look at how much they cost. And again, you could buy one share and just to get started. And that's it. So when I first started, my first stocks, I worked at AT&T. They gave us stock annually, so I didn't even have to purchase the stock. But that opened my mind to like, oh yeah, let me get some stock into a company. So I started off with like $25. But like I said, I would just allow a certain amount of money that I can just set aside and consistently purchase. Now there is some strategies that you can use in determining if it's the right time to buy the stock, if it's the right company, because you may, like say for instance, what I do too, and this is what I did at the beginning. So say if I wanted to AT&T stock, and our competitor, who are our competitors? Now I haven't worked at AT&T since 2012, but back then when I did work, Verizon was our rival company. Sprint was up there. But you know what I would do? I would pull Sprint, AT&T, and Verizon. I would look at the three. Now, AT&T may not have been the better choice, but I look at the numbers. I look at, the growth and what they plan to do to, make me money in the future. And so, and sometimes I would buy both. Sometimes, it's so close together that I couldn't make a decision. So I would just buy stock in both companies. And one of the things I recommend is don't get so emotional tied to stocks or any of your investments. Because sometimes it's hard to let it go, but set some perimeters. You know what? If it falls 5%, I'm selling it and not looking back. And there are some stocks that I used my own, guidelines, and then later it took off, so you want to pay attention. Like if a stock falls, kind of look at the news to see, okay, what's going on. Sometimes it's just a matter of they got a new CEO and that caused their stock to drop or rise or whatever. So you want to listen to see or read like what's going on with this company. Why are they having an issue? And it could be that the whole stock market is, affected by an election or a CEO or, and also I learned how to read the chart. So I didn't bring any of my books over, but I'll recommend some books that will give you a strategy to purchase stocks. So, you'll know like, okay, let me get rid of this or let me go ahead and buy this. But as I've said before, I purchase IPOs. So I usually go after the new companies that's out there trying to make a name for themselves and to prove themselves. And so I pretty much like how that fluctuate. And Gary, yes, I do purchase crypto. And I did share my portfolio. I think I did my portfolio. Yeah, I shared what I purchased in there. But there's some crypto that I bought with like 30 cents a share, and it went to like over $2. And you know, I'm using the strategy that I'm learning in the cash flow game. And what I've learned is that at the beginning, you're looking for, you're working a job, you're just looking for some small deals that will give you the spring to your diving board. So you're making small deals, and that may be stocks. One of the cards that I love to get all the time is a card that's like $1 stock. It's $1 a share, but it has a history, and you can find this out on every stock. The history that it sells at is between $5 and $30, but it's selling for $1. So I always buy a minimum of 1,000. So I know that when I sell it at $30 a share, I have a lump sum of 30,000 that I can now. I got the bounce into where I can jump into a bigger deal. But sometimes there's a $40 or a $50 card in there, but so you just need some little deals that will give you, some type of bounce to where you can bounce to a bigger deal with bigger cash flow. And so I'm just using the strategies that I've learned in the cash flow game to do that. And so yes, I do beat Mike from time to time. Matter of fact, I beat him last week. And so, but it's all about strategy, and you can definitely use those things in real life. And so I don't want to do all the talking, but I did buy some Bitcoin. I had to buy a fraction, Gary, because, and matter of fact, I never even tried to purchase it all along, but I did look into it because, again, currency. That's my connection with the cryptocurrency. Now, for instance, these new pieces that I just bought, I could have bought them with my cryptocurrency. The company takes it for payment. So that's why I buy crypto, because you got to have a why on why you do your investments. This is currency. So I could have exchanged my dollars, devaluing dollars, purchase, the cryptocurrency, which I have, and I could have went shopping. So there are companies that are accepting, like Tesla. You'll be able to buy a Tesla with crypto in the future. So again, I exchange my dollars that I go to work for, and I buy things that will multiply my dollars. So I just multiplied my dollars. Now let me just say this, and then I'll move away from this. In the game, there's a card in there that you get, and it's a $500 rare gold coin. Now silver and gold I buy, but right now the silver's on sale. You know what I'm saying? So I'll wait till the gold drops before I add some of that to my collection. But again, you come across things. So no one ever buys it. I always buy it because I buy gold and silver. The card, when you pull the market card, there's always a buyer in there that pays 40 grand for that one coin. So keep that in mind. Now the other thing is, and I guess I just told a fib. I was watching this coin show, and I've come to find out I wasn't even, like I said, I'm not a coin collector, but come to find out I have a penny, a copper penny. This penny is a 1969 penny. It's a copper penny. Guess how much this penny is worth? Take a guess, take a guess. Matter of fact, I went through all my pennies that I had, and the guy was talking about this particular penny. No guesses? Well, I'll tell you. The penny, 200. That's a good guess. That's a good guess. But it's $100. That copper penny. It was just on my dresser collecting dust. So what did I do? I added it to my collection. So. And so the thing is, we talked about, at least 4 different asset classes. We talked about commodities, which is silver and gold. We talked about paper assets, which is your stocks, your mutual funds, savings bonds, those types of things. We also talked about business, that's an asset, and real estate is an asset, of course, and cash is an asset. But, you can focus on one. If all of those things are not something that you're interested in, don't worry about it. Just whatever you decide to do, master that. Learn everything that you can learn concerning that investment. And you're going to learn, your knowledge is going to keep growing, but always learn something and about it. So, what I knew when I first started purchasing stocks to what I know today is crazy. And then I'm telling you, at first, at the beginning, I couldn't even understand what it was talking about. I really couldn't, but I kept reading. I kept sitting in on podcasts. I kept listening to the conversation. And then after a while, the things that did make sense, that's how I made my decisions. The things that made sense to me, that's how I made my decisions. But then after a while, you grow. If you keep seeking, you're going to keep finding more knowledge in those areas. So another stock tip too. You have a stock tip for us, Gary? Now that's the thing. When someone gives me a stock tip, I put it to the test of my strategy to see if it fits in that category. Or are you asking for a stock tip? Let me know which one you're asking for. But the other night, and I'll share this portion with you from the book club, I had an illustration of the Burr method. And don't wait until you're ready to buy. Now, this is Gary's tip for us tonight, Lisa. He's saying, don't wait until you're ready to buy before you transfer money. And that is true. That is true. But you know what? With the brokerage account, I'm telling you now, it's just like we do Cash App. That's how quick you can transfer money out of your checking account into your brokerage account and make your purchase. It's just amazing. And then on the crypto, which I use Coinbase, and there's other companies out there. And I just, I researched them. It's just that not all coins can be purchased through Coinbase. So you may have more than one account for crypto because not all companies carry all the coins that are out there. But that one, when I make my purchase, I don't keep money just sitting in that account, but I will, when I do purchases, just that quick, like Cash App, to transfer money. But yeah, you definitely, if you have, that's another thing, Gary, create a watch list before you start purchasing stock. What I do is I create a list of stocks that I'm interested in, and I watch them. I may watch them for a whole entire year, and then something in the news will just trigger, like, now is the time to go ahead and buy it because now they're moving and shaking and, try not to invest all that you have. It's okay to make small baby steps. And then after a while, as you grow, you'll build up confidence to do bigger deals. And that's a lot of fun. But what I wanted to say about real estate. Now, I talked about the Burr method. Now, the Burr method is you go out and you find a discounted property And after this, I'll share. Gary said that he'll research which companies have drug trials going on. You know what? There's so many strategies out there that you can just, it's not hard to make money. It really isn't. It really isn't hard to make money. And biopharmaceutical drugs do very well in IPOs when they hit the market. And so now I work in the pharmacy department. So again, you could just, it's all around us, clues on what to get into and to make money. So just start to see things differently now. Just start to look for clues, and it'll all come together. Now, the BRRRR method for real estate, you find a discounted property and you make that purchase. You find, like, we're looking at multi-units. So you can find a multi-unit for like 80 grand, just to use that as a number. And then you want to find something that doesn't require a lot of rehabbing, just cosmetics, where it just needs painting, new carpet. My cabinets in my kitchen are brown, but I could paint them white. I can paint them black and put new knobs on it. That will give the kitchen a facelift. That's one of the things. The bathrooms and the kitchens, you want to have those areas modern, because that's where people, if you got a modern kitchen and bathroom, people are sold. And so you just want to look for cosmetics. You don't want something that needs a roof, or an entire house needs to be rewired electrically, because that's a lot more money. And as again, stay with small, keep it simple. At the beginning, just keep it simple. And so you find things, so say like it's just $5,000 just to rehab it. So the BRRRR is buy, rehab, rent, refinance, and repeat the process again. And you can definitely build a nice little portfolio by doing this. So after you buy it for $80,000, put $5,000 in for rehab, so now we're up to $85,000. You can go to the bank to apply for the loan, or you can find a hard lender, someone that is looking to make interest off their money. They have money just in their bank account or savings account, and they just want to invest and make a profit. You can find a hard money lender, and that's what they suggest you do with the first part of the deal. So after you rehab it, whatever percentage rate that they're asking for, rent it out. So say if you rent it out for $13.50 a month, that's a monthly income coming in every month. So after repair value, say the house is now worth in that area $125,000. Then you can go to the bank or a credit union, and they highly recommend use a credit union to refinance the deal at the after repair value. The first one, you say like the lender will give you 75% of the after repair value loan, and then the credit union will give you 80% of after repair value. Then you're refinancing the property. You pay off the first loan, the hard lender, because that's at a higher interest rate. You now have a mortgage with the credit union that your tenant is paying. So out of that, not only do you pay back the hard money lender, you pay back the repairs cost. So now you're out of pocket. You don't have any money in the deal because you borrowed the whole amount the first time. And every month you're getting that rent. So they're giving you the after repair value of $125,000. So that means you have some money left over. You could take that and put into your next deal. And you're still receiving monthly payments here. So there are so many strategies, and we're introducing the different strategies during the book club. So you're welcome to join us every other Wednesday as we unfold some of those different strategies that you can get started with on a deal. And so we talked about last book club on how to, if you're a first-time home buyer, to buy a 4-unit at the low interest rate of a first-time home buyer, move into one of the units, rent out 3 of the units, stay there for a year, mortgage-free, because your tenants are paying the mortgage and the expenses. And then you want to factor in like a repair cost, or if you have a property management, you want to include that into your amount. But you're living there mortgage free. After a year, you do it again. You move into that new unit at the low interest rate and rent out the one that you just exited out of. And then after a year, you're just mortgage free for the rest of your life. You got 8 doors. So you can buy one house, turn around next year or 2 years, however you set up your what pace. If you want to do it every year, every 2 years, every 6 months, every 3 years, you decide the pace you want to go at. But if you do this, you'll have 8 doors, 8 tenants paying. So already, the place runs by itself with just 3 tenants. So those 2 units that you lived in is now money in your pocket, which will pay for your 3rd place. And that could be your dream home at that point. So wouldn't it be nice to live in your dream home and not have to pay a mortgage? That's what real estate investors do. They live in their units to begin with. So, I didn't do it that way, but still, I plan to be mortgage free, and I will be very shortly. So just imagine, we're so used to consuming. We're so used to even our cell phones. Our cell phones are leased. You get the cell phone, and now they're like, when did we decide we were going to pay over $1,000 for a phone and continue to pay for the rest of our lives? We get a new car, and they got us trained like we love that new car smell. We're buying cars every 3-4 years, but then now they're stretching out the loans of our car payments to whereas every 3 years we want a new car, but if you get a 5-year loan, you're going to be upside down. So those are things that you want to think about, how they have us tricked as consumers. And so, I used to get a car every 3 years. Used to. Brand new, off the lot. But now, I have a used Beetle out there. I'm not buying new cars anymore because as soon as you drive that car off the lot, it decrease in value. So I'm all about trading my dollars for things that are going to multiply my dollars. So real estate, silver and gold, stocks, these things are going to take my dollar and start working for me. So you definitely, when you're choosing your assets, you want to choose something where that money is going to be working out there hard for you. I am a hard worker, so I get up every day, go to work on time, there every day. But you know what? I'm showing up like that for myself with my online business. I am showing up every day because I want the rewards of what that will do for me. And I'm trying to structure it in a way that I'm somewhere. Like last weekend, I was away for the weekend, but I still showed up for the live. I still showed up. So you don't even know where I am. I'm at home right now, but you know what I'm saying? I could be anywhere in the world and be live on the internet. That's the beauty of the internet, and you could do it as a business. Matter of fact, I forgot to turn on my monetization on. But again, I have fun and I enjoy what I do, and I enjoy the fact that Gary and Lisa and Terrence, you guys are gonna, I get joy to hear your wealth stories. It's just not, there's a piece of the pie for all of us. And so you're in pharmaceutical too. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So yeah, just keep that in mind. So I exchange my dollars. If I have extra money, I'm going to exchange it into an asset, a business, pour into my business. I'm going to pour into, if I got extra money, I'm going to trade it into a silver coin, gold coin. I'm going to, purchase stock. I'm going to purchase Bitcoin. I'm going to make my money work out there for me. So today I'm working, but in a couple of years, all of this is going to start paying off. And isn't it beautiful when, someone that all the assets are working and prospering at the same time? Versus like today the stocks are high and real estate is low or real estate is high. You know what I'm saying? Things sometimes are all over the place. But just keep in mind, real estate has been here forever. Yes, diversification is key. And I just showed you guys my portfolio. Which is diverse. I have a piece of all the different asset classes in my portfolio. So, you too, Lisa, that's awesome. What's an IPO? An IPO is a company that goes from private to public, to where now they're selling their stocks on the market. So for a long time, Burger King, they were a private company. And a few years ago, they started selling stocks. So when it's just now hitting initial public offering is what IPO stands for. And they now you can purchase stock in Burger King. So for instance, a company that decides, like Coinbase is where I buy my crypto from. They just went public to where now people on the outside like us, we can purchase their stock in their company. And we're the first ones that takes advantage of it. But they got to prove and make money for us. So that's the IPO. And I know I'm over the time. So if you have any questions, I know. But I just wanted to share those thoughts and come on here and answer questions. Tonight was the first time we did it in both places, in Kingdom Heirs and Living in the Overflow live at the same time. This was a great conversation. I thank you all for joining me. And feel free. Gary, you always share my ads. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You don't have to do that, share that on your platform, but I really appreciate that. But feel free. If you know people that can benefit, you're welcome, Lisa. Thank you. Feel free. They can join the club for free and definitely glean from the information. If you find it valuable, definitely please share. And I don't want to keep you guys. I'll be here again next Saturday live, coming at you live. We do have a guest. And this guest will be based on social media. Like I said, I'm part of a group now that is killing the game. And so I'm going to start inviting some heavy hitters to talk about online business. So if that's something that you're interested in, by all means, join us. I'm going to say goodbye for now. Bye.